What is up, guys? OliveGrummer here, and the mic's here, not there. I just finished reacting to the One Piece Chapter 883 manga, and if you want to see it, subscribe to OliveGrummer YT so you can catch the live streams up until I can live stream on the main channel again. As you can see, I'm doing this live. Anime JT Shadow is joining me today. But no, this was a very good chapter. It's titled Merenda. Oh, for the snack. Okay, I get it now. Whoops. I get it. So yeah, it's one of those things where I just saw drop frames, but yeah, it was a good thing. It was a good chapter. I'm not gonna give it a. God, I'm gonna give it a 90. I'm gonna give it a 90, and the reason being is because it started off kind of slow. It showed Luffy getting defeated, which I expected, and then it just reminded me of Crocodile and like when Crocodile buried Luffy. That's what it reminded me of. So I was just like, okay, this is very similar to back then. Maybe somebody else will save him. But then he busts out and is like, hey, I have to eat my way through everything. Why does this happen? It was pretty funny to see that. But I have my cheat sheet here. So let me go through some quick references. It is revealed that the mochi created by Katakuri's devil fruit is edible. Katakuri's face is fully shown, and it is revealed that his mouth contains fangs. So I guess he's not a fishman, because the fishman had the sharp teeth as well, but it wasn't like Jax or Dellinger or just any of the other fishmen hybrid that we've seen. People said it was like Cracker. Yeah, that's what I meant. Like I even said in the live stream, Oda foreshadowed this when Luffy was fighting Cracker. Let me move this just in case. So it was very similar to Cracker because he had to eat basically to win. So he said people said it was like Arlong. It is Arlong. Arlong, we have also seen him have sharp teeth as well. So it's just one of those things where I don't quite think he's an actual fishman because his teeth come out of his mouth. But then again, Jinbei's 2 teeth come out of his mouth. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what's proven or something like that. Or maybe his mouth got ripped open and it was replaced with fangs. I don't know. We'll have to see that because the scars were always there. So something happened. It was interesting that Luffy didn't like Moki, but if you see Oda, he always talks about the character's favorite and least favorite food, and I'm not sure which ones Luffy's are. So, but it's probably somewhere there. We obviously know his favorites meat. So every day Katakuri has a snack time which he indulges in various treats in private. That explains why he gets to sit down and stuff like that. Brulee's claim that Katakuri is dignified and does not lay down is proven to be false, which right there is proven. Luffy manages to land a hit on Katakuri and suggests he knows how to beat him. This is what we want to talk about. I don't know if it's because Katakuri is so angry and annoyed that he doesn't get to he can't use his, I don't know how to state it, but he can't use his observation haki to his potential. Like, he's getting annoyed, he can't focus. Also, like, so think about this. I just rewatched Enel versus Luffy, and in the very beginning of that fight, Luffy lands a blow on human form Enel. The reason being, Enel is a Logia type, and Logia users are usually trained to the point where even if somebody sneaks up on them, the attack will go through them because their senses are just that heightened. Enel was so angry and surprised that he couldn't get into that state of mind where Luffy's attack would go through him, because obviously Luffy didn't have armament haki at the time. So because he can see the future as well. So here we go. This is gonna tie in now with Katakuri. Katakuri's attack, he was just thrown off and so annoyed and just so angry he couldn't tap into his observation haki and see that blow being landed or him being able to do that move. So that's my theory. I think it has something to do with just like how angry he was, and he couldn't focus. He couldn't get it in the back of his mind of what he wanted to do and use his observation haki. So it's one of those things where that's my opinion on it. It's similar to Logia users, and I guess that has something to do with the awakening. Another thing we want to talk about, and I'm going to do this right now after this water shot, is Luffy and Katakuri clashed haki. And then it says, okay, look, the two soon clash using Busho Shoku haki, so armament haki, with Katakuri noting his superiority in it. His statement proves to be true as Luffy's hands become swollen after clashing with the Sweet Commander. He also says there's like something stronger than armament haki or something like that, something greater than armament. I'm not quite sure. I should have pulled it up. I don't know why I closed out of it, but somebody in chat or the comments tell me exactly what he said when he was saying he's superior. There's something stronger than armament. So I'm thinking this might either be his like next level. So I'm thinking there's like armament V2 or something like that. But now we're showing what it's like to truly be in the New World and truly be in the Yonko era. This is scary because we might see another time skip. I don't want one, but realistically it's probably just going to be a couple weeks. And I think it might be a few months to train. Hopefully it might actually end up being after Kaido, and the reason being, and I was also I went back and watched a lot of One Piece, and I have a lot of theories that I want to tell you guys about, and I need to write them down and start doing videos, but that's beside the fact. Let me get back on topic. But I did watch right before this stream Luffy and Law creating their alliance, and them doing that. He says, I have a plan to kill Kaido or take down Kaido. He doesn't say we're going to kill him. He doesn't say we're going to be able to do it right now. He says, when we get there, I have a plan. And now this plan might just be sneak in, take his heart, do whatever, this and that, blah, 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 do their thing and leave. Because as it stands right now, Luffy's not going to be able to stand up to him because Jack has $1 billion bounty. If I'm not mistaken, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. So Jack and Katakuri are both confirmed 1 billion bounty. So now this kind of brings into the power level scaling or whatever if you go off of bounty. So you have Jack's bounty and Katakuri's bounty. Katakuri's number one for the commanders of Big Mom, and then you have Jack, who I don't think is the number one commander. So that's just showing if Jack's not the number one commander, who is and what's their bounty? Is Kaido's crew stronger than Big Mom's crew? Even though I think Big Mom could take Kaido down just because of her ability, her Devil Fruit power. Also, Kaido's not a human, and it was confirmed by Law because it said Kaido's the strongest creature in the world, and then Nami in Frankie's body was like, okay, hold on, you're telling me he's not even human? So that's something we need to pay attention to as well. If you want to do Yonko versus Yonko, I still think Shanks is the absolute strongest because he stopped Kaido to make it to Marineford. How did he get there in time? Nobody knows, but we know he stopped Kaido and made his way to Marineford. So, just on the Yonko power scale, I still think that Shanks is the strongest. Kaido and it, that's what I think. And it, what do you mean? What do you mean by and it? Yeah, like that whole war. So you got to think when Shanks went there, he stopped Kaido. How did he do it? Nobody knows. But I'm sure it'll get opened up later on. But I mean, there was just a lot of stuff in this chapter. Let's see here. I just want to know what happened to him. I think we're gonna learn about Katakuri's past soon. But I think he's obviously embarrassed about his face. He brutally kills all the chefs when they mention a comment about his mouth by mistake. He turns his attention to Luffy, remarking on his error for not ensuring Luffy's death. Yeah, because he said, yeah, he's just enraged. Like, he's just so mad he's not able to fight the way he wants to. And then at the very end, the very last panel, Katakuri prepares another punch, but Luffy dodges it and kicks him in the jaw, expressing surprise that it actually connected. Katakuri angrily dismisses it, proclaiming that his abilities still outweigh Luffy's. Luffy realizes that Katakuri is not truly invincible as he thought before, and is able to finally activate Gear 4th and hits Katakuri with Calm Gun. So, new transformation? Heck no. He is very hangry. He needs a Snickers. That's a good one. I like that. But no. Is there a new transformation? No, which I obviously said before. Luffy still doesn't understand the concept of awakening, so we're not going to see awakened Luffy anytime soon, because he says, and I quote, that's the same thing Doflamingo did on Dressrosa. So he doesn't quite understand what it is and the power behind it and stuff like that, because he just said, oh, that's the same thing they did. Like, he realizes what it is. He realizes that the area around him is turning into the devil fruit power, but I just don't see it happening anytime soon, and I just think Gear 4th is still where it's at. The reason why I think Gear 4th is the top right now is just because when we saw Gear 2 and Gear 3, we saw them roughly around the same time during that arc. So I just don't think I just don't see something happening just because he would have done it against Doflamingo, which kind of brings me back to my point last week, and somebody commented and was saying Doflamingo isn't stronger than Katakuri. He might not be stronger than Katakuri, but he's definitely stronger than Doflamingo, or Doflamingo's definitely stronger than Luffy. Because we would have seen Gear 5 against Doflamingo. Gear 4 wasn't enough to take Doflamingo out the first time. He ran out of energy, he ran out of haki, and he had to hide. He also had Law helping him with the Gamma Knife, but then you got to think about it. Doflamingo can still repair himself with his string. So I still think and I firmly believe that Doflamingo 1-on-1 would still beat Luffy. You put him in a Coliseum, nowhere to hide, nothing like that. Doflamingo won. Luffy looked like he was gonna die. Are you talking about now or when? But no, yeah, it's just like one of those things where I just don't think Doflamingo was stronger. Doflamingo might not be stronger than Katakuri, but he could beat Luffy 1-on-1. And then on top of that, I don't think Luffy's going to be able to outpower Katakuri, just like Crocodile, when Luffy fought Crocodile, he had to outsmart him. During the fight with Luffy when he lost his haki. Yeah, exactly. He was exhausted and had to get away. He had to get the announcer from the tournament to help him get away and carry him and get him away, and Sabo saved Luffy from dying from Burgess. That's kind of a side story on its own. So you put them in a Coliseum together, Luffy's gonna run out of juice. That's all it is. Because you got to think about it. He made Gears 2 just look like nothing. It was nothing. Gear 2 was jumping around and he was keeping up with him. But beside the fact, I don't remember what I was saying now again about Katakuri. Oh yeah, so similar to Crocodile, I don't think Luffy's gonna be able to beat him on strength, because I think Crocodile was stronger than Luffy. I think Crocodile was technically awakened at the time, because he says, I've harnessed my devil fruit abilities to the fullest. You know, he was full power. He even could turn his sand into like metal in one of his attacks. So I think that's one of those things where we had the earlier signs of awakening. I just don't think Oda had it in mind yet. So I think similar to that, similar to Crocodile, Katakuri's gonna be defeated just by being outsmarted, if that makes sense. And Luffy had to beat Crocodile with the blood in his hands. Oh goodness, we're dropping frames. Why are we dropping frames? He won't win by strength but brain. Exactly. And it's the same thing against Crocodile and even Enel, which I see a lot of similarities to this fight. So I think this fight's kind of a mixture between Enel and Crocodile, where Luffy won't be able to overcome Crocodile's Devil Fruit unless something else happened. But all in all, since for some reason I keep dropping frames, I'm going to have to end the stream. I'm probably gonna live stream some Destiny in a little bit, but go ahead and subscribe to the main channel, OliveGrummer. It shows that Luffy have somewhat grown. Exactly for sure. Go ahead and subscribe to OliveGrummer. Add the social media here. The main channel is here. Check the links in the description below. And now I can watch. You guys can watch anime with me. What's it called? On riff.tv/OliveGrummer. That link will be in the description below. So definitely check it out when you get the chance. I'll try and stream something tomorrow. But no, thanks for tuning in, Anime JT Shadow. Yeah, thank you. On riff.tv/OliveGrummer. Check it out. We can watch some One Piece together, because I got to catch up on that. Yeah, I got the email that you subscribed. But like, comment, share, subscribe. Check the links. Can't say it enough. Do the social media here. Donate if you can. That would be amazing. And we're going to get some t-shirts as soon as possible. Hopefully after Thanksgiving. So, thank you guys so much. And I'm going to try and stream some Destiny if we can get some of my teammates on right now. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. And see you on the other stream.